Hey folks, old BartWilson and Sweetie Pie here. Sorry about that. She caught me off guard because she didn't give me the 1, 2, 3.
I did really quickly.
No,
though.
she didn't. Yeah, she. Anyway, we're here today, August. What's the date? 6th. Yeah, 6th.
Yep.
Sunday Funday, the third one in the series. We're gonna get to our project here in a minute. Everybody knows we've been working on how to get a face out of a square block, out of a stick, and then we'll get to that in a minute. But one thing I wanted to share with y'all, I've had some comments about my thumb protector. Show it down here, baby. Now, my thumb protector is custom made by me. And all I do is get a leather glove, leather driver's glove, and I cut the fingers out of it except the thumb. And if you're left-handed, you can use the left one and do the same thing.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had it tested one time in a medical facility. But anyway, so then where the glove joins right here, I cut that and I put a piece of Velcro right there. Glue it on. I buy this glue at Hobby Lobby called E600 or 1000 or something like that. Comes in a gray tube. That's bad stuff, y'all. If you doing fabric to leather or what, anything like that, anything other wood to wood or something like that, that E6000 is some bad stuff.
Or even jewelry. I've heard it used on jewelry too.
Yeah, there's some bad stuff.
Bart, would you call this ingenuity?
What?
Your glove.
Oh, this is a engine. Yeah, this is very ingenuitive. Okay. This is, I mean, not, you know. But anyway, people have asked about my glove, and that's all it is. So that's how I do them. Because I don't like the little slide-on ones because they slide around too much. So anyway, so then I just put it on, and I snug it up fairly tight back here. And that's how it is. And it kind of sort of, when I'm gouging, I got to get that. If I'm pulling a gouge towards me like this, it kind of protects my wrist too right here a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And it keeps my wrist and all from getting kind of wore out. But anyway, so we're going to get into our project now. Now, last week, when we left off, we had gone in and got the nose and the ears. We had made some marks on here so we could get those landmarks out. But now I was looking at this block a while ago, and I'm left with a lot of, with some flat places in here, some lines. All right. Well, all that's confusing. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through here, and I'm gonna kind of round his head up and get some of these. It looks more like an octagon now, and I want to get it more round. Okay, if you can understand what I'm saying. See how it's. Can you see that? See these flat pieces out here?
Mm-hmm.
And what I'm gonna do is take these lines out and round that over. So I'm gonna do that first before we start anything, all right? So let me get my other glove on here. Get my eyeballs on. Now, the knife I'm gonna use today, it's just a little knife. I patterned this handle out. Y'all probably seen me use this before. I patterned it after Marv Kaisersatt's handle that he has in his book. And this is one I've had for quite a number of years that I've had. And I like it because it's got that long taper blade on it like that. I like. Speaking of which, during this week I was in conversation with a fella, and the Marv Kaisersatt book came up. And if you're interested in doing these caricature heads like this, now he found it somewhere for like $30, one of the carving places, but I can't remember now. But that book's not in print anymore. Some places it's rather pricey. But if you can get your hands on that Marv Kaisersatt book, creating, I think it's caricature heads in paper and wood, it is definitely a good reference book to have for this type of carving. Lots and lots of information in that book. Lots of information. that helps a lot of people. So let me take a minute and get these lines and just kind of round all this over. We'll start up here right now, come this way. And I got to go down here from about the okay, now. Okay, now. Now, see how I kind of rounded all them flaps off and
Yeah,
all?
it looks better.
Yeah. So, all right, now, now y'all remember what I told you. And if you look at it from the front, you can start seeing them ears just barely starting to come
Slightly.
out. But they're gonna come out some more in a minute. All right, so now if y'all remember how I told you, I wanted to do this one with a big forehead. All right. So, but I got to angle this head back like that right there, a little bit. But I don't want to take a whole lot off right up here in this area, because I want this to be a big old plume of hair for when we start rounding this top off, which we'll probably do that here in a few minutes. So what I want to do is come, all right, let me do some drawing, hold on.
Okay.
Can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So with that forehead being that big, you got to bring that hairline. If you're going to have sideburns, they coming all the way down here. So all this right in here is going to be hair. So this point right here where this hair is going to stay, I am going to angle it just a little bit. Matter of fact, I'll do that right off the rip. Just take just a little bit, and that'll start rounding that head back. Put that line back, like that right there. And then all this out here is going to go back up under that hair, all right? Matter of fact, I'm going to, all right, now before I cut that line, I'm going to come right here on the back of the head, and I'm going to cut me like about a 45 right across there, and I'll start rounding that head over. Like that. And we'll knock the corners off the sides. Like that. See how that's starting to kind of look like? All right, now in doing that, one thing I got to do, I got to make an adjustment right here. Gotta do it on this side too.
I'm ready for fall.
Yep, Flossie's ready for fall, y'all.
So ready for fall.
I kind of am too. This whole sweat and gag's getting old.
But I have decided I'm not going to start decorating for fall until September 1st. And then we're going to have several months of fall.
Ask her how she came across that. All right, so see how I lowered that? I lowered it a little bit.
I had already said that before you
I
said
know you
that. You got
All right.
that from me.
All right, so now what I want to do is I'm going to take a gouge and I'm going to run that line right there. Then I'm going to come back and stop cut it. All right, now, let me tell you about your choice of whatever kind of gouge you want to do this cut with. And I'm just cleaning up some lines, y'all. All right, so you can use a U gouge, you can use a V tool. It don't matter. Old Bart it don't matter what you use.
Mm-hmm.
All you want to do is separate that. So what I'm going to use is a 4mm Denny U gouge. And all I'm going to do, I'm going to start right here where his hair comes up, where his sideburn come up, meet right here in this V. And I'm just going to go across right there like that. And I'm going to come back up to it like that. And you don't have to go real deep. And then when you get down here at the bottom of at the sideburn,
I'm like really trying to follow you right now.
I know. You can run it in that ear a little bit, because we're gonna take that wood out inside that ear block here in a little while. Probably, I don't know if it'll be today, and just keep running that line. And then we'll come back to that V. And this don't have to be all that clean right now. You see all that, y'all? Now I know it looks funny because that forehead stuck way out there.
A little rough right now.
But, huh?
It's a little rough right now.
Yeah, but we're fixing to take care of that. All right, so what I normally do, all right, so now we got that line cut for his hairline. We want this part to go back up under that hairline some, all right? So the way I start doing that is I come back over here where this little V cut is, where the hairlines meet. And I make me a deep make me a pretty decent deep V cut in there.
Oh yeah, it looks good.
All right. Then we come to this side and do it. Pop that V out like that right there.
Yep.
So then we just start coming across here with a stop cut, like that right there. Then I come down here and I go a little bit above that eye, and I just start taking it back up under that. See how that's starting to go back, y'all?
I didn't see that. I'm trying to follow you. You're moving kind of fast, so it's. I don't want to make everybody.
Well, I'm trying to give our people
Yeah.
as much as I can give them today before you toe tap me.
Hey, that's a secret toe tap. I can't believe you let that out.
Well,
dang it.
all right, so now, as we take that back, he looks kind of like Beavis on Beavis and Butthead. All right, so
That's
if this
right.
top part looks a little bit too bulky for you, what you can do
That's funny.
there we go.
Now he has like a.
He got like a pompadour.
He looks like that guy that had the talk show with the red hair. What's his name?
The who?
Oh, he had a talk show. He had red hair and he wore like his hair poofy like that. I can't think of his name though right now.
Oh, really? All right. All right. So this point right here, we can go ahead and take that out a little bit. And I'm gonna take this back a little bit more. All right. So now you want that forehead. When you're doing that, this part, this is the part we're working on right here. you want it to be round across here. Kind of like a mouth mound, but different. Alright, so the mouth mound is round going down. This is kind of round going up. Kind of like a reverse mouth mound. Alright, so then coming down the sides right here, all I do is take my knife and stop cut it. And I just kind of take it and clean all that, clean all them boogers out of there. You know,
Wood boogers?
Boogers, wood boogers. And take them pencil marks off. Alright, so then we're going to do the same thing over here. This is why I like these long blades that taper down to a good point, is because I can roll that thing up in there and I can Now I told you this is supposed to be round. It is kind of supposed to be round,
Can you
but
bring it toward there?
but
You
it's
go.
supposed
Thank
to
you.
be. Okay, I told you this was supposed to be round. Yes, it is supposed to be round, but it has to kind of be round flat. Does that make sense? It's kind of got to be flat, but you don't want it, you know, to be sharp
No,
on both sides. You
really.
want it kind of like a gentle curve, like a rolling pasture out, and
Yep.
you know.
Not many people have like just a round forehead,
Yeah.
right?
Well, I don't know. I work with this old boy. His head's about that big around,
Really?
and he got around. Yeah, he got a 5 head. I ain't got to worry about him seeing it because he won't watch this video. I call him old 5 head. He's a good old buddy though. He's my buddy. Alright, so all I'm doing, y'all, is just kind of cleaning this all up and just kind of getting all this set in. Alright, now clean that up right there a little bit. Take these. Alright, now,
We turn around, let us see it. Thank you.
yeah, I want you to sit from the side
Yeah,
profile
looks
too.
good. I see
Alright.
that. Mhm.
So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna start bringing. We're gonna make a few cuts right here around the eye and the nose, and we're gonna bring that out a little bit more. Then next week,
He's actually starting to look like a person
yeah,
now.
next week he's starting to get a little personality about the old boy. Knock this sharp edge off back here on the back of the head. And I will probably take right here, I'm gonna leave it kind of thick for right now just so it don't break off while we're fooling with it, but probably toward the end of the carving, I probably am gonna thin this out right in here a little bit more. So if yours is thick like that and it don't look quite right, it even looks a little thick on the sides and all. I'm not gonna do a whole lot with that right at the moment, but we'll come back and fix that later. We got a general idea of what we got going on there. But now let's move down here to the eye sockets and the eyebrows. All right. So now let me do some drawing. I got to go back. I got to put my center line back in. All right. Now. All right. So the first thing I want to do,
What'd you draw in there?
I just drew that center line in right there.
Okay.
Right there on the top of it. All right, so the first thing I want to do, if y'all look at these eyes, they're going straight across. All right, we want that eye to kind of go down on each side. So what we're going to do, first thing we're going to do, we're going to come in here and do an angle cut with our knife. Kind of like that, if y'all can see that. Can you see that all right, Flossie?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let me make the cuts and I'll show you. So, I'm gonna come in like that.
So what exactly are you doing there?
I'm making the spot for the eyes. All right.
And is it like a V cut or something
Yes,
like that?
it's like a wedge cut, and they'll be able to see that. See how I opened that up right there, y'all? And how I kind of angled it down?
Yep.
All right, so now, see, we got our center line running through our eyebrow, through our nose. We ain't got through our mouth, but I'll put it right here. All right. Like that.
Yep.
All right. So now, I'm going to put 2 little marks right here. Y'all see that? See what I did?
Mm-hmm.
If you look right here, on each side of that, the bridge of the nose,
Yep.
that's the width of the bridge of the nose, and I brought it down to the flare of the nose right here. Put it on me. Right here. So what I did was put a mark from right here to here. And I left this piece right here in the middle. And I put another one from here to here.
Mm-hmm.
So what we gonna do now is, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take, I would normally take my favorite tool, which is my 10mm number 9 Swiss made. But today, just because I want to try it out and play with it a little bit, I'm going to use a 1/2 inch number 9, which is basically the same gouge. So if you got one, you're good. Or you know, I'm doing this to show you that if you ain't got what I got and got this, it'll work. Okay. This is a 1/2 inch number 9 OCC that I'm gonna use today just to try out. This is more for me, experimenting for me, but we're gonna try it. So what I do, I take that big number 9 and I get that mark that I made right there at the bridge, and I go in a little bit and I go out, and I take that knife cut out. Let me make the other cut. Same thing on this side. Just like that. See how I did that?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all see that, y'all?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so now what we're gonna do, and I don't go deep, I don't keep hollering out. I just take maybe one or maybe just a little bit. So now what I'm gonna do is take the same gouge and I'm gonna come right up here up the side of the nose and kind of go up
And make the little divot there.
and make a little, and up and out, like that.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see that? All right. Then we're gonna do the same thing on this side. We're just gonna go up and out. We ain't gonna take a whole lot.
It emphasizes the cheekbones
Yep.
and the nose.
All right.
So,
So now we're gonna put that one up for right now. So now I want that to come out a little bit more. All right. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take a 4mm Denny U-gouge, and I'm gonna come up the side of that nose, and I'm gonna kind of go into that eye kind of deep like that. Can you see that?
mm-hmm.
And then that cut right there, I'm gonna come back to that line, and I'm gonna come out to the edge of the eye like that.
Okay.
And that piece in the middle right there, I'll draw the eyes in just a minute, and then we're gonna have to go. So I'm gonna come up this way, and when I get to that corner, sometimes on this side, I can turn that gouge all in one cut
Mm-hmm.
and do it. So then, once we do that, I can come in here and draw my eyes. Like that right there.
Okay.
Now we're gonna do one more thing before we go. I'm gonna take that same 4mm gouge, and I'm gonna go ahead and make these eyebrows right here. Cause right here, right above the eye, the way I cut that, there's a bump right there. That's gonna be the eyebrow on each side. So what I do, I take that 4mm number 11 5mm number 9, 5mm number 11, it don't matter, something close. And I'm gonna get right in the center, and I'm gonna take about 2 cuts, and I'm gonna split that eyebrow like that. Then, where that cut is, let me make this cut on this one. I'm gonna come back on that forehead and go around. See how I did that?
Yeah. Okay.
And then I'm gonna do that on the other side. And I'm gonna shape them eyebrows like that right there. See how we did that?
Mm-hmm.
All right, now, take my knife. See this line right here, y'all? When we made them cuts, all you do now is just take and blend that back into the forehead and smooth it out.
Just with some simple little cuts, huh?
Yep, just simple little roll cuts.
Back up. There we go. Oh yeah, that looks good.
See there, folks? In just
Tell
a
the
short,
difference.
just a short amount of time, we've got a figure, or we've got a face that's starting to get a little personality to him now. He got that big old forehead like I wanted. And that, like I told y'all before, all this can vary. However, whatever size head you want. If you want a short fat head, or a long skinny head, or a short skinny head, whatever you want. Just like these. I want to show you this one because I kind of, the other afternoon I come home, I didn't have no chores to do. All right, so I was like kind of at a loss because I didn't have no chores to do. Flossie didn't give me no marching orders. I was kind of lost. So I come in here and I carved for about 15, 20 minutes, and ended up pretty much finishing that little fella right there.
You don't like him?
But yeah, I'm right proud of him. Now this is out of a 1x1 block here, but I'm kind of proud of him because if you just look at his face, you can just see some personality in that face and some character in it. And this one too. He kind of this one act like he got a little attitude.
He looks grumpy.
And then this one looks like he just got through drinking some gin or something. I don't know. Maybe some moonshine or something. Old Chucky Ducky sent him. I think Chucky Ducky might have sent him some of that moonshine from over there or something. I don't know. I'm just kidding. Chucky Ducky don't send nobody no moonshine. But anyway, I just want to show you all those.
Those look good.
Yep. So anyway. All right, folks. Let's talk about our project here real quick. We're going to stop right there today because I think that's enough right there that y'all can work on today or the rest of the week. And then next week, we're going to come in and we're going to work on these ears a little bit and down here around the mouth area. And then we got to do some work down here to get him the shirt and all that going too. So, but we'll work on the face some more next week, and then the next week we might work on this shirt. So, anyway. All right, listen to me. I got to talk to y'all about something serious.
Oh boy.
Very serious.
Oh boy.
And if y'all recall, last week's Sunday Funday, me and Flossie informed y'all that we had an experiment we was gonna try last Sunday night. And that was the air fried oatmeal cream pie and fudge round with a dollop of vanilla bean ice cream on it. Now folks, let me tell y'all something. We went in there and did that. We made one of each so we could taste. And I'm gonna tell you what, that is some kind of goodness right there. You put them pies in there for just about 5 minutes or so, about 300, 350, and that cookie part gets crusty a little bit, a little crispy, and that inside part gets a little gooey.
You could even do it in your oven too.
Yeah, you could do it in the oven.
I think so.
But then you throw that dollop of ice cream on it. It's sinful, very sinful. I had to, I don't know. I hadn't eaten sweets all week because I felt so bad about eating a lot out. But I'm probably gonna have another one tonight. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. So, but anyway, we hope y'all got something out of today's lesson. We want to again, we want to thank each and every one of y'all for all the kind words y'all send us through messages and comments on our posts and stuff like that. I mean, we really never imagined that, you know, we would be this popular, I guess to say, but you know, I just do it for
our view, right?
I mean, I just do it for the fun of it, and maybe hopefully help somebody along the way, and you know, but we do appreciate it very much, and appreciate each and every one of y'all.
We do.
And if y'all have any questions, shoot me a message on Messenger or whatever. I'll be happy to help you if I can. You know, except for monetary gifts, I don't hand out monetary gifts to anybody because I have to do myself, you know. So I'm monetary enough on my own accord. So Flossie gets on to me about buying stuff all the time. So, but anyway, we're gonna get off of here because I think this afternoon we're gonna have some turkey and spinach with Gouda sliders and some tater tots, and I don't know what all else we got in there.
I think that's about it.
And then probably later on this evening we're gonna have us a fried oatmeal cream pie and some ice cream. So it's Sunday. We kind of act a little bad on Sunday, eat a little bad on Sunday, but we try to eat good during the week. But anyway, it's still hot, folks. You know, y'all stay inside, stay cool, keep your water drinking and all going on, and y'all keep on carving. And we'll see you next week, God willing, and the creek don't rise. Old Flossie and Sweetie Pie's out of here. Y'all have a good week. Bye-bye now.
Bye.